What would you do if you found a pregnant elephant collapsed in the scorching African heat, stranded and out of strength? Jonas, a dedicated ranger, faced that very moment. But what he discovered was more shocking than anyone could imagine. Was it a miracle or a battle for survival against all odds? Watch this unforgettable story and share your thoughts below. The sun hung heavy over the African sanctuary, baking the earth until it cracked like old leather. Dust swirled in lazy spirals as herds of animals moved sluggishly in search of water. Among them was a pregnant elephant named Nia, her massive frame swaying with each step. Her belly, larger than any ranger had ever seen, seemed to weigh her down more with every passing day. The drought had been relentless, draining waterholes and turning once lush grasslands into barren wastelands. The elephants, resilient as they were, had been forced to travel further and further to find water. Nia struggled to keep up with her herd. Her body, heavy with the weight of her unborn calf, moved slower each day. Elias, a seasoned ranger who had spent years watching over this sanctuary, noticed Nia's condition early on. He had seen her grow from a playful calf to a majestic matriarch, and now, an expectant mother. When her belly grew unusually large, he suggested fitting her with a GPS tracker, knowing the journey ahead would be harsh. If she falls behind, we need to find her fast. His words would prove more important than anyone realized. Days turned to weeks. Nia's herd moved from one drying waterhole to the next. Her steps became more labored, her head hung lower. Her ribs, once hidden beneath thick, healthy skin, began to show. She hadn't had a proper drink in days. One sweltering afternoon, the GPS tracker sent an alert. Nia had stopped moving. Elias, already on edge, grabbed his radio. "She's not moving. Coordinates coming through. We head out now." The team loaded their vehicle with medical supplies and water. The sanctuary's land stretched vast and unforgiving. Hours passed as they bounced over uneven terrain, the sun sinking low. Dust coated their throats, and the silence between them was thick with worry. When they found her, Nia was collapsed beneath an acacia tree, her flanks rising and falling weakly. Her eyes were half-lidded, trunk sprawled limply on the ground. The rest of her herd had moved on, forced by instinct to chase dwindling water sources. Elias approached cautiously, his voice low and soothing. "Hey there, girl. We're here now." His heart clenched at the sight. Nia wasn't just tired, she was dying. The team, a symphony of coordinated action, worked with a frantic urgency. They poured cool, life-giving water over Nia's parched skin, attempting to soothe her feverish body, and carefully coaxed small sips in her cracked, dry mouth. Nia stirred weakly, her large, gentle ears flicking in faint recognition of their presence, a flicker of awareness amidst the overwhelming exhaustion. Elias knelt beside her, his hand resting gently on her flank, feeling the subtle tremble that ran through her weary body. She's severely dehydrated, but her belly's still moving. The calves alive, he murmured, a fragile thread of relief flickering through the crushing weight of concern. But Nia didn't rise. Her body remained stubbornly inert. Her body shuddered with the onset of labor, a low, guttural moan escaping her parched throat. Elias knew what this meant. Labor had started, and she was far too weak to push, her body drained of all reserves. He made a quick, decisive judgment, the kind honed by years of facing life-or-death situations. We help her now, or she doesn't make it. He reached for a labor-inducing injection, his hands steady despite the fear curling in his stomach, a cold knot of anxiety. Nia's skin was warm beneath his touch as he administered the dose, the faint heat a testament to her struggle. Her moans grew louder, more pronounced, a raw symphony of pain and effort. Time slowed to a crawl, each passing second stretching into an eternity. Minutes felt like hours, each one fraught with tension, each one a battle against the encroaching darkness. Then, at last, the first calf emerged, a small, wobbly creature slick with the fluids of life. Elias let out a breath, he hadn't realized he was holding, a wave of relief washing over him. The calf blinked at the harsh sunlight, letting out a weak, high-pitched trumpet, a fragile declaration of its arrival. But Nia didn't stop groaning, her body still racked with contractions. Elias felt it, the second movement, a subtle shift within her womb. His heart jumped, a surge of adrenaline. Twins! It was nearly unheard of, a rare miracle in the face of such hardship. Nia, he whispered, his voice rough with emotion. You've got one more. Come on, girl. Just a little more. Nia's body shuddered. Another wave of contractions, stronger than before, racked her frame. The second calf came slower, harder, its arrival a struggle against the odds. It wasn't moving, its small form still and unresponsive. Elias lunged forward, his movements swift and precise. His team held their breath, a collective silence hanging heavy in the air as he cleared the newborn's mouth, massaging its sides, desperately trying to coax life into its fragile form. For a terrifying moment, nothing happened, an agonizing pause in the rhythm of life. Then a twitch, a breath, a sound. The second calf was alive, a tiny miracle born from the dust and despair. Nia lay motionless, her breathing ragged and shallow, a testament to the immense struggle she had endured. Both calves wobbled awkwardly on their spindly legs, leaning against her massive frame for support, their tiny bodies trembling with the effort of simply existing. Elias watched anxiously, his heart pounding in his chest. He had witnessed animals, drained and depleted after birth, simply give up, succumbing to the overwhelming fatigue. He couldn't let that happen to Nia, not after all she had endured. He knelt beside her, his voice a soft, soothing whisper against the harsh silence of the dry landscape. Look at them, Nia. They need you, he implored, hoping his words would reach her, penetrate the fog of exhaustion that enveloped her. As if she understood the gravity of his words, Nia's trunk moved, a slow, deliberate gesture of maternal love. Weak but determined, she touched both calves, her gentle touch a silent promise of protection. The smallest one, in response to her touch, let out a faint, high-pitched trumpet, a fragile sound that echoed through the stillness. Elias felt his throat tighten, a wave of emotion washing over him, a mixture of relief and awe. From the distance, a low rumble, the sound of heavy footsteps, broke the tension. The herd was coming back, drawn by the primal instinct of community and the faint cries of the newborns. The familiar rumble of a bull elephant, deep and resonant, echoed through the dry air. It was Kumo, the herd's leader and Nia's mate, returning to his family. He approached cautiously, his massive form casting a long, protective shadow over Elias and the team. His eyes, filled with concern and affection, stayed locked on Nia, his gaze unwavering. Elias stepped back, recognizing the unspoken language of the herd. He didn't need to protect her now. She was surrounded by her family. Kumo lowered his head, his trunk gently touching Nia's, a gesture of comfort and reassurance. She stirred, responding to his touch, her eyes flickering with recognition. He moved to the calves next, sniffing them gently, almost reverently, his massive form a stark contrast to their fragile existence. The herd emerged from the haze, surrounding them in a protective circle, a living wall of support. Elephants, young and old, gathered close, their presence a silent testament to the bonds of family. Nia, summoning strength from somewhere deep within her weary soul, shifted her weight and slowly, painfully, rose to her feet, her movements a testament to her resilience. The herd trumpeted in unison, a powerful, resonating sound that echoed across the plains, a sound Elias would never forget. It was celebration, a collective expression of joy and relief. It was family, a testament to the enduring power of community. It was life, a fragile miracle born from the dust and despair, a testament to the enduring spirit of survival. Nia remained still, her breath shallow and labored, a stark reminder of her arduous ordeal. Her two calves, unsteady on their thin legs, leaned against her for support, their tiny bodies shaking. Elias, his heart heavy, watched with bated breath, knowing the peril of exhaustion. He spoke softly, "They need you, Nia," hoping his words would reach her. A slow, gentle movement from Nia's trunk touched her calves, a silent pledge of care. A faint trumpet from the smallest calf echoed in the quiet. From afar, the herd's approach broke the silence, drawn by the newborn's cries. Kumo, the herd's leader and Nia's mate, arrived, his gaze fixed on her. Elias withdrew, understanding the herd's silent communication. Kumo's trunk touched Nia, a gesture of comfort, and then he gently inspected the calves. The herd gathered, a protective circle of family. Nia, drawing on her last reserves, rose slowly. The herd's triumphant trumpeting filled the air, a sound of joy and unity. It was a celebration of life, a testament to the strength of family, a fragile victory in the face of harsh adversity. In the heart of the African wilderness, Myra's miraculous journey reminds us of the strength of a mother's love, the resilience of life, and the unwavering compassion of those who protect it. Jonas didn't just save an elephant. He gave hope to a new generation. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful wildlife stories. Together, let's keep the spirit of these incredible animals alive.